I have. Listen to this, everybody. Here's one thing you got to know about the Heavy Leather Topless Dance Party. Is we do the show, and then afterwards, here's what happens the next day. I usually get an email from management, and they tell me what it was they didn't particularly like the last show that maybe we should fix next time. And one of those things is, Foxy, they think that some of the comics that we've had on have been a little too racy for our time slot. Maybe too much blue material.
No.
So what I did, here's what I did. I got one of the cleanest guys in town. He hasn't even come out yet. Look at you can see this guy in the corner,
He's looking
right?
pretty sharp over there. At least we can see this one.
This guy, we can put it. You can put him on at 2:00 in the afternoon, and he's still going to make you laugh. He doesn't need that late night time slot to make people laugh. There he is, everybody. Come on out. It's the great Pat McLoud, everybody.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I was a little late getting to the show tonight. I was driving through Somerville, and an Uber rear-ended my big wheel. But, I got to tell you. And, I saw an ad today in the paper that said basic cremation as opposed to what? A deluxe cremation? Can you imagine that phone call? Yeah, hi, Bob. Yeah, we added some sparkling glitter to your wife. You can come pick her up this afternoon. We got her looking like a disco ball. And, so I went to a strip club. Yeah, I get around. Woo! Thank you. And have you noticed that strippers usually have car names, like Mercedes, Lexus, Camry?
Camry?
However, the strip club that I went to, the strippers were named after boxes of cereal. Yeah, turns out Trix is not for kids, Frosted Flakes, she's great. Let me tell you, Lucky Charms is not magically delicious. I spent $50 on her. I had to get changed from shredded wheat. Hope that doesn't hit management. That was kind of clean, right?
That was okay.
They had an email,
You're great.
What else is going on in my life? And, what we have is, guys, right? We all have what we call our man crush. If the opportunity came about, we'd be really romantic with a guy.
Sure.
My man crush? Burt Reynolds. In the condition he's in right now. Can I get away with one more man crush? Warren Beatty from Shampoo. But here's some other exciting news. I got married.
Yeah!
Oh, thanks.
Woo!
I love that transition from Burt Reynolds to my wife. And I got married in Las Vegas in September. And last night my wife and I played a game of Monopoly. We're getting divorced. I told her I wasn't ready to buy a house. I'll be here all night. But I got that. People ask me that question all the time at work. Oh, are you and your wife thinking about having a baby, Pat? Are you and your wife thinking about having a baby? I said, whoa. We don't even like changing our cat's litter box. What are you, nuts? So I actually have an interesting job to keep myself going as a comic. I used to work in an operating room in the OR, and sometimes they'd send me to go pick up patients and bring them into pre-op. And just a couple weeks ago, I picked up the sweet little old lady, and I'm wheeling her into the OR, and she asks me, "Is this my last ride?" I said, probably. But now I have a new job now. I work...
What?
I have a new job. I work below the operating room, which is CPD, which is central processing. So now I'm in charge of all the inventory that goes into the OR, all the medical supplies. So now I got the nurses calling me saying, "Pat, do you have the EC17 stapler? We got a patient cut open in room 6. And I'm like this. Oh, that one's on back order. I got some duct tape in the office if you guys are really in a bind. So what I'm saying is, if you're on the operating table and you see me, chances are very slim you're gonna make it out.
Oh.
But I try. I
man.
try. Oh, and did you hear about this? This just happened too. Harrison Ford almost hit a plane. I've been following this guy's career. He started to revive his old movie careers like Han Solo, Indiana Jones, right? What's next? Clear and Present Danger 2? Clearer and more dangerous. I don't know. Anyway, I just wrote that one tonight. I thought I'd try it out in Somerville. And I will say, back to my wife. Having sex with my wife is like ordering something from Amazon. It's always delayed, and after she'll give me a review. Hey, thanks a lot. Thanks for having me.
Pat McLoud, everybody.
Thank you.
Pat. Grab the microphone. Take the microphone with you. We can fit him. I'm sure we can fit him in here.
Where do you want?
There's always room for one more.
Okay.
On the couch. Come on, sit right down.
I like the middle.
The great Pat McLoud is here with us. Everybody.
Hi.
First of all,
so you
I
don't
want to
sit
say
on me.
this. So you were on our other TV show not too long ago.
Yes.
The Sleaze Grinder show, and afterwards, you sent us a thank you letter, which is the most polite thing anyone has ever done for us. So I wanted to thank you for that.
Oh, you're very welcome.
This guy's got a lot of class.
Thank you, letters. We're going to get one this time.
Yeah, are you gonna
yeah.
get one over here?
Yeah, whatever you need.
Okay.
Do we have to write one too?
Yes.
It would be
now
nice
have
if you
to.
wrote one. Sure. You don't have to, but it is a nice gesture. That's what we're missing these days, right?
Yeah. Well, I had a good time on your last show.
Thank you. Are you having a good time on this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get you in trouble, am I?
No,
no.
you were.
Oh, you were good.
You were fine.
Okay.
But why is it, Pat McLeod, do you think so many comics are working what you call blue these days?
That's a good question. I don't know. I've always liked to work clean.
Yeah.
Since you've known me for a while, I like Don Rickles and Bob Newhart, Johnny Carson, all the old school comedians,
Right, yeah,
Jerry
of course.
Lewis, and I don't know. I think you can just, you can get away with a little, like you get more.
Yeah.
You get. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
You know what? What happens with this guy is he likes to meet his idols, right?
Yes.
Some would say some, Pat, would say that you're a bit of a stalker with these high level comedians. I just think you're a super fan.
Yeah.
But you managed to get in there.
Yeah. I wouldn't consider myself, stalker. It's more of you need the picture, you need that experience.
Yeah, of course.
And sometimes you might have to stalk them a while.
For a little bit,
there.
just to get there. Yeah.
Yeah, but they also like hearing from me too. That I'm not just a crazy guy after them. Like, oh, actually, they'll stop and say, "Oh, you're a comedian and want to talk to me about it."
Yeah.
Whereas other people are like, "Oh, I just want your autograph and run away."
Is that why I became a comic, so they can follow your comic idols?
If you want to, yes, I will be. You stalk me.
Because the first time that we saw you, it was Stacey. Hey, how are we doing in the booth? Everything good? Thank you. Just checking.
I used to actually. Back to your other question. I used to try out, to be a little bit dirty. And there's great dirty comedians, George Carlin, Richard Pryor.
Sure, yeah.
I just consider myself like when I tried doing a little bit of dirty comedy, it doesn't seem to really work for me.
Okay,
because I don't
you're
come
not
off as an angry guy.
You're just right. So you're doing what works for you as a person, and I can. You're authentic.
Oh, thank you. Like Jay Leno, Letterman, I love those guys.
Really, Jay Leno?
Sorry.
Get out of here,
All right.
McLeod.
I got a picture with him.
I know you did.
I stalked him in Vegas
Yeah.
at the Mirage.
How do you get back there?
Oh, I know the door. No, it's like it's. Have you been to the Mirage?
No, I haven't been to the Mirage.
Okay. Yeah. Well, there's only one way really in, and there's some escalators and there's door. I did some research on YouTube, and you type in different celebrities signing autographs.
Yeah.
And one of them said Jay Leno signing autographs at the Mirage.
Right.
So I took my wife.
Right.
Before she was my fiance.
Sure.
Yeah. So then I looked at the YouTube clip and I said, "That's the door."
Right.
And then I took a little before the show.
Yeah.
I said, "There it is. I found it." And then I waited, and there he was.
Fantastic.
I'm not like what's his name, Mark Chapman there with Lennon.
I mean, yeah, okay.
At least
That's good to know. That's
Okay,
good.
wait.
It's good to know everybody that.
Oh no.
At least if John Lennon saw me, he'd be like, "Oh, hey, Pat."
Yeah,
Hey.
Pat McLeod loves his idols, and he doesn't have any plans on shooting
There's a
them.
man
No.
appearing before my very eyes.
Yeah, so that's good.
So I forget what comic said. I'm surprised you don't have a picture with a president.
Right. Hey, Pat McLeod,
Yes.
who is the all-time greatest?
Johnny Carson.
Johnny Carson.
And you.
that.
Is it
Thank
going to
you.
be a tie?
No, it doesn't have to be a talk show host. I'm saying you're a comedian. Who's your favorite comedian? Is it really Johnny Carson? your
Johnny
favorite?
Carson.
Okay. All right, good. This guy used to have his own public access show.
I did.
What was it called?
Tonight.
It was called Tonight.
Exclamation point.
Tonight! Exclamation point.
Like, I actually kind of, not stole it, but it used to be Steve Allen's first show before he became the Tonight. It was the first title of the Tonight Show.
Right.
And then Jack Park came along.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Then Johnny Carson.
All right.
And they changed it to the Tonight Show.
How does your show tonight! Exclamation point. How does that compare to this one, the Heavy Leather Topless Dance Party?
We only had 3 people doing that show.
Oh, really? Okay. All right.
I was the host, and I had a guy who was my friend Nate, who was my sidekick. He was like my Ed McMahon.
Yeah.
We went to the beach, and we did like puppets, and he was in charge of the camera.
Wait a minute.
On the beach with puppets?
On the beach with puppets.
On the beach
I
with
like the
puppets.
sound
Yeah.
of those.
It's kind of like, it turned out to be more like when Craig Ferguson used to do his, with, you know, how he used to have like the puppets, but that was before that. I
Yeah.
started doing that before the Late Show.
Yeah.
And we did more on location shoots.
It's fantastic. I can't think of anything finer than a public access show with puppets on the beach.